Hello, I'm Dr. Ruthie. I'm a sexuality educator, a relationship expert, and thanks to Funwares, I'm here with an educational video specially requested by you. So we've been doing a bit of contest over at funwares.com, and we had some wonderful questions submitted, and you can still submit your questions as of the taping of this video. I would love to receive them. This question is, I would love to hear the top do's and don'ts of anal sex. You can never learn enough, you know. And I absolutely agree that you can never learn enough about anal stimulation. So I am happy to give you Dr. Ruthie's top 3 do's and top 3 don'ts of anal stimulation. Now, I've done some videos already on how to pick out a prostate toy and how to stimulate the anus in general. But what are the big 3 to-dos and the big 3 absolutely must-avoids? Here you are. Get ready. Let's start with the don'ts first, then we'll do the do's because I want to end on a happy note. The first don't is don't rush. And that sounds really obvious, but people get very excited. They get eager to please. They get eager to try. And they'll also give themselves a bit of performance anxiety. And we all do this in all different kinds of areas of our life. There's nothing wrong with you for this, but folks will be a little bit hard on themselves about enjoying anal stimulation, whether it's penetration or oral anal stimulation, or touching the outside of the anus with a finger or a toy or, whatever makes you happy. We want to try it. We want to be good at it. We want to please our partners if we have a partner involved in it. And so we tend to push ourselves and rush. We go, oh, that doesn't feel really comfortable, but I'm just going to push through the discomfort. And that is never the way to go with anal stimulation. So slow down. There's no rush. Today doesn't need to be the magical day. It can be one step towards the magical day of anal sex. And there's just absolutely no rush. It is more likely to backfire on you. So number 1, don't rush. Number 2, don't skimp on the lube or the protection barriers. And I'm not just talking about protection for safety, which of course is very important, but using gloves or putting condoms over toys or body parts can also make anal play much more comfortable. A glove over the hand keeps the hand from absorbing the lube, so more of the lube stays in the anus, but it's also just so much slicker than that skin texture, right? And same thing with condoms as well. So important for protection above and all. More than anything else is the protection, but they really are comfortable and can make things a lot more fun and easy too. So that goes hand in hand with don't skimp on the lube. When it comes to anal play, especially any kind of anal penetration, whether we're talking about anal intercourse, or as one of my good friends likes to say, intercourse, or whether we're talking about any of those other forms of anal stimulation I talked about, too much lube is almost enough. Too much lube is almost enough. So, when you pause to take a breath or make a moan or, a comment or reposition, slap some more lube in there, definitely, on whatever is going in and in the anus itself. So, number 2, don't skimp on the lube or protection. They go hand in hand for comfort and safety. Number 3 is don't ingest too much alcohol or eat a few hours beforehand, especially anything weird. And any other substances you might be using, don't do those either, unless it's prescribed and you're supposed to do them. A lot of people want to loosen up, no pun intended, by having a little bit to drink. It can easily become a lot to drink. Or romancing each other with a romantic dinner before heading home to try a little bit of the anal play. You want to have not eaten anything for a few hours beforehand for fairly easy to guess reasons, and we all know what happens when we drink a little too much alcohol and it hits our digestive tract. But also because we don't want to be numbed to how our body is doing and unable to respond well. And also just alcohol tends to make it more difficult to enjoy sex in general for most people. So the number 1 don't rush. Number 2, don't skimp on the lube and protection for safety and comfort. Number 3, don't ingest too much alcohol or eat any weird stuff or eat anything right before having fun. All right, let's do the top 3 do's. The first one is do have a body comfy atmosphere and preparation. That means Avoid douching or enemaing or cleaning out with any kind of weird chemicals. Remember that these products are sold to help reduce feelings of constipation. They're not really sold for cleaning. So guess what's going to happen? If you really must use something like this, just a simple, room temperature plain water and a very small amount of it. But really, let's just be comfortable with our bodies and recognize that everything's going to be okay. And if we can't handle the risk of a small amount of mess, which it's a low risk anyway, but if it happens, then perhaps we have other things we need to deal with about bodily comfort before we can do this kind of play. So a body comfy atmosphere. If you need a towel, get a towel. If you want some baby wipes nearby, get some baby wipes. Dim those lights, feel happy, be at peace with yourself, and don't buy too much stuff to prepare and clean out because it's generally speaking not so good for you. And remember, the body is self-cleansing, so it's going to be fine. So have a body comfy atmosphere and prep is number one. Number two, that I can't say enough, second only to too much lube is almost enough. Number two is listen to your anus. Your butt will tell you when it wants more and when it's ready for more, or your partner's rear, or both of your rears will tell both of you, or all three of you, whatever. So listen to your anus. If it is tight clenched and you're trying to push something into it, it's going, no, then now is not the time. Back it up, relax a little bit more stimulation and things, or maybe today just isn't the day, or you don't have enough lube, or you need to start with something smaller. When the muscles, the two rings of muscles begin to relax, it'll be very easy for something to be moved inside, and it will feel good to the partner and very intense and very full feeling. That's your anus telling you that now is the right time. So you can tell the difference, and if you're not sure, it's either because your anus or your partner's anus has always been not ready or always been super ready. If it was difficult or painful or anything like that, then you need to keep listening and working with the anus until it tells you that it's ready for more. If it's always been ready, then congratulations for doing a good job. So that was number two. And then the third one, as pre-warned, use lots of high quality lube. And I'm not just repeating the don't here, but I really want to put the emphasis on high quality. We want a good product that's nice and thick, that is going to work well with your toys or with your partners and body parts, that does not have perfume and numbing agents and stuff in it that is going to kind of ruin the slippery slickness of it, or that is going to put a bunch of chemicals into your body that may not be good for it. So unless you have a really awesome pharmacy near you, the products there may not be the best thing for you to be doing anal play with. Find a good vendor that you're comfortable with, that you know to sell high quality products. Don't be afraid to call and ask them questions or email. If they can't email you back, then maybe you don't need to be buying through them. And do a little bit of research online, talk to a sex educator or see what the reviews are, and find yourself a high quality lubricant that's going to make anal pleasure so much more pleasurable for you, and then buy a big container and use lots and lots of it. So our top three don'ts: don't rush, don't skimp on the lube or protection, and don't ingest too much alcohol or eat weird stuff right beforehand. Top three do's: have a body comfy atmosphere and preparation, listen to your anus, and use lots of high quality lube. I'm Dr. Ruthie. These are my top 3 tips for do's and top 3 tips for don'ts on enjoying anal pleasure. Thanks for submitting your question, and I look forward to seeing more questions from you in the future. Bye-bye.